All right, Rodney, let's go back to Patriots-Giants. This is when you had the David Tyree catch, and then after that, Eli goes to the line of scrimmage. And tell me what's happening with the New England Patriots defense.
Well, my defense coordinator called all-out blitz, and I'm screaming at Junior Seau because Eli sees us walking up to the line of scrimmage, and I'm screaming at Junior, check the call, check the call, check the call, because I look out to my right and I see Ellis Hobbs, 5'8", 5'9", versus Plaxico Burress, 6'5".
Now, what do you mean check the call? That the defense you've called, let's change it?
Yeah, let's change the call. Come out of the maximum blitz, where now Ellis is manned up, and maybe play a check to like a cover 2. That's what I said. Check Tampa. Check Tampa means Tampa 2, where now he has help with the safety. And Junior, Junior being Junior just wants to blitz. He just wants to attack. So Junior, I'm like, come on, Junior, check the call, check the call. He's like, no, run it. I'm like, check the call, we're going to lose the game. And he says, run it. And I said, you know what? We lost the game. And Eli looked out there, lobbed it up to Plaxico, and no miss, no, not even a chance.
Okay, but who has final call? Could you have said you were going to change the deep? Because wasn't Teddy Bruschi the guy who made all the calls for the defense?
Well, in base coverage, but Junior was out there on the nickel coverage in that specific situation. But really, Junior was in charge of it. I take care of the back end, but Junior makes and he changes the call, or Teddy, if Teddy was in at that point in time, for the entire defense. And my job is to echo it to the defensive backs, to the other safety, and to the cornerbacks.
But soon as you knew you were staying in that coverage, you're all out blitz on Eli, and you had Ellis Hobbs at 5'8" and Plaxico at 6'5". Ball game?
Yeah, and, it's funny, Dan, because what we talk about is this term called gotta have it. And Pittsburgh Steelers, they're the same way. When they're in a situation where they gotta have it, when it's, 3rd down and 1, you know what they're going to do. They're going to all-out blitz. They're going to come at you. They're going to throw you the kitchen sink. And we were the same way as a defense. You got to have it. We're blitzing. Eli knew that. He's a very smart quarterback. He saw that. He saw us creeping up, and he looked at Plaxico, and I knew it was over. I said, we lost the game. I said, check the call, Junior, or we're going to lose the game. We're going to lose. No, run it. And we lost the game.
Wait, this is going on right before Eli snaps the ball.
Yes, because he's at the line of scrimmage. We're walking around, and he sees us walking up and antsy, and he knows, hey, this is a critical moment. The Tyreek catch just happened. Another little catch just happened. Wow. He knew that we were, trying to get to him, trying to make a big play, and he just knew it.
What bothered you more? You were on Tyree with the unbelievable catch, and you couldn't have played better defense, or the Plaxico Burress touchdown?
Obviously, afterwards, I felt like I put it on me because I felt like I should have made the play. But, heck, I was more ticked off at Junior for just not – all he wanted to do is get blitz so he can get a sack so he can add to his stats.
But all this, does Belichick – what role does Belichick play in this?
Well, he gives us a lot of freedom, and he trusts us as a defense. And if it's something like that, obviously they wanted the blitz if they called it. But I knew, just watching Eli and just being an experienced guy out there for so many years, that – what he saw. And I'm like, if I'm a quarterback, heck, if you're a quarterback, you look out there, you see 5'9" Ellis Hobbs against Plaxico Burress. That's simple. With the safeties moved inside, up to the line of scrimmage, you know what's coming. And unfortunately, we couldn't do anything about it.
Well, when you lose when you're expected to win like that, and we've seen that, like the Broncos were expected to, they expected to win this weekend. How tough is that you've won before when you weren't expected to win?
Oh, Dan, it sucks because you have a terrible offseason. Let me tell you something. These next 3 or 4 months for Peyton Manning will be miserable. He can sit back and look at his account and see how many millions of dollars he's got and all the fame and commercials, but at the end of the day, he's going to be miserable because he knew he put that team in a situation where they should have won, and because of one mishap. Now, everybody goes back and points to the interception that he threw. Man, regardless of that, they should have won that football game. They should be in the AFC Championship off of one play by safety.
But I brought this up before in the beginning of the year. I thought Peyton, he didn't have zip on his ball. It seemed like the Ravens made him throw longer short patterns, if that makes sense, than normal. Did you see anything with Peyton in that game that surprised you?
It was cold, brother. It was cold. And obviously, Peyton doesn't have the same zip, and he'll never be the old Peyton, but he still will be a very effective quarterback. And I think you'll see the same thing next year because of the experience, the time that he got to get familiar with his wide receivers, being back on the football field. Very difficult, man, to come back on the football field as any player, let alone a quarterback, after being out a year and really playing at the level that he played at. But you know what? They got a lot of great stuff to build on. No Sean Moreno, he eventually came around. But, yes, Peyton Manning does not have the same zip on his ball. Plus, it was 8 degrees or 2 degrees or whatever.
Who you got advancing to the Super Bowl?
Man, you always put your boy on the spot, huh? You know what? I'm taking the Patriots in AFC. And NFC, I'm taking the Falcons.
No! Oh, you're a believer now.
Hey, I'm not saying they're going to lose when they get to the Super Bowl, but they're going to get to the Super Bowl.
I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Rod.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Rodney Harrison.